Hey, 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 what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Colby Cheese Gamer here with the Cheese Family, aka the Cheese Army. Definitely glad you could be with me for this short little podcast. I'm going to go over a few things today. And yes, this is the first time I have my VTuber model posted, or on YouTube. So definitely really, really exciting times. So we're going to go over three simple things today. First one is going to be Discord. If you are in the Discord server and in the Discord community, and you are one for role playing, you guys should know by now. I am planning on looking into getting like PRC Liberty County going. I do want to get a serious server in there, kind of like FiveM. I think it would be something quite fun and something that would definitely be worth looking into. And I know a lot of people are excited for that and want that. So short little announcement on that. I'm going to start my own patrol in my own server that I own this Saturday, which is going to be the 25th, and it's going to start at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it will end at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if anyone would like to join on that, you're more than welcome to. We're going to have some serious roleplay going, and it will be recorded it will be both recorded and streamed live on Twitch, Twitch/TV, Colby Cheese Gamer. So if you do want to check that out, definitely as well. So that should cover that. So yes, we are planning on doing our first Liberty County patrol in my server this week. And ignore the Windows message. Just let me know saying, hey, everything's working. Okay. But with that being said, so that's the first announcement out of the way, which is fantastic. So if you would like to be part of that, my Discord's going to be linked down below, which is where I'll also be reading some of my questions currently today. So without further ado, let's get into the main podcast now that I got that little announcement out of the way. But yes, this Saturday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Feel free to be there. It's going to be awesome. All right. Now that I got that out of the way, let's go ahead and get into today's lovely podcast. So I have a few questions here that I need to, that I want to answer and get to. So I have a question here by Trucks. We also call him Ryan in the server. It goes, how did you get into making videos? Well, it's actually quite interesting. So originally, I never thought I would get into becoming a Twitch streamer or posting videos on YouTube or making FiveM content. For me, I never thought that was going to happen with my life. Now, I'm pretty sure you all know what ATS is, American Truck Simulator on Steam. If you don't know what it is, definitely recommend watching a few gameplay videos of it. It's actually a really fun game, and definitely check it out if you haven't heard of it by now. I used to run with an old company, and like an old VTC on Truckers MP, and it was actually really, really fun. And one of my dear friends in that actually streamed a lot on Twitch, and it kind of sparked something in me, like saying, hey, maybe I should give this thing a shot. So when I had a computer that could, stream Twitch, I was like, all right, let's get into this. And obviously I wanted to get into it for a while, especially content creation, because I originally started live streaming. Obviously they're not posted now. They're all hidden. They're all private videos. But before, I actually used to make content on this channel back in 2013 on my YouTube channel of me just doing dumb challenges with helium, as well as very, very low pixelated, terrible Fortnite videos when Fortnite was popular. I did live streams on YouTube of Fortnite in season 2 when it was out, which was awesome. And I was terrible at the game, and I had a terrible laptop at the time that just could not stream it. Like, it was pixel for pixel with some of the live streams. It was fun though. It was fun. And that's really when I was like, this is kind of fun. I enjoy this, and I fell in love with it. So that's when over, years passed and I got a computer that I could actually stream. I was like, all right, I'm going to give this a shot. And it was the best thing I've probably ever done in my life in a long time. So I was thrilled when I started streaming on Twitch. And for those of you who have watched me for so long, are the OGs on the, in the Cheese Army and family, you know that you would have seen the whole 5M series when I started going places. 5M is really what got the channel to where it is now. So I really thank 5M and for you who watched the channel during the 5M series, because without you, without you guys, I wouldn't be to where I am now. Obviously, now I stream Roblox, and now I'm starting to get into Minecraft, which is pretty epic. But it's really all thanks to you guys. So yeah, that's really where it's all started, and just fell in love with it since then. And obviously, I'm still learning a lot of things. It may seem like, hey, he's pretty good at this. No, I'm still learning, just like an average person, because obviously I'm still learning some editing stuff, and stuff like that. So it's just taking time, but hopefully we'll have something really, really cool there. So I hope that answered one of your questions. I'm gonna wait on a few of these topics. All right, here is a good question that I really want to answer as well. Who is your idol as a content creator, or just in general? Phrase needed. Who you looked up on as a content creator? Who I looked up on as a content creator, simple, honestly, simple as that, is growing up as a kid, it was Benjamin Canadian, Preston Plays, and Sky Does Minecraft, Ross Creations, Max, Vic Star, like all the OG Minecraft people. They actually really were my inspiration at the time, because I was in a very tight group of friends. It was just mainly me and another friend of mine, and then so it was me and two friends of mine. And growing up, we thought they were the pack. Like, we thought they were going to make it out until they were all 50 or something. And they were really inspiration for us. Like, saying, man, imagine, like, instead of being in college, we're all doing content creation, or just all living in one house, just having a hell of a lifetime. And it really spoke out to me growing up as a kid when I was in my tweens. And going into teenage years, it definitely was an inspiration for me. And obviously inspiration changes over time. Like, for instance, believe it or not, one of the reasons I got into streaming again for content creation in 2013 was because of Ninja. When it came to Fortnite, that was the reason why, because he inspired me. Because it's like, people can actually make it for streaming, and really he brought, in my opinion, opened my eyes, saying, hey, this could be a future. Let's write it out. So that was another one that stuck out to me. But before Ninja in 2013, it was I would have to say it was just my group of friends posting stupid helium challenges together, just pretending to be a pack and just have a good time, man. I mean, that's really how it be. Now, looking at it now, the inspiration I got for becoming a VTuber was actually Nux Taku on YouTube, as well as Twitch. Amazing content creator, and has just great ideas. And the fact that he can do it being a VTuber, it really stood out to me. So it's like, if I wasn't really comfortable with just showing my face, VTubing really stuck out to me, and he was my inspiration to become a VTuber. And some of his content I just loved, and it was like, man, I really want to get back into the streaming game. So that was the initial spark, and this kind of goes into the previous question of why did I get into making videos and streams on Twitch. That they kind of tie in together, and really he was my inspiration. And it's just an ongoing, pace, and eventually, you got to think about, okay, but eventually people look at yourself for inspiration. Like, I've had a few people come to me and say, hey, you inspire me. What do you do? What is your work ethic? I was just like, honestly, just being wholesome and keeping the energy high. That's always just something good. And there's a lot of good things. Like, for instance, when I got into Twitch, something I noticed was every stream just seemed so boring to me. Like, it was just like, how can people watch this? I just want to fall asleep. And I had that mentality going into Twitch and wondering, how can I make it better? And really, that was just saying, let's keep it hype the whole time. And honestly, it's been so successful. I love it. And it's always just so fun, just such a laugh. It always feels it feels like, you're just with your mates having a laugh, and it genuinely worth it. It makes my day, I swear. But I hope that answered your question on as a content creation, who is my idol. Yeah, really, Bayesian Canadian stuck out to me growing up. A little bit of Ninja in there helped me out, was an inspiration as well. I think an honorable mention was Vanoss Gaming. When it came to streaming 5M, that was another person I looked up to as well as a kid. And then, like, right now, it's just Nux and some of the ideas he gave me, and just him being a content creator, is he's one of the people I would not mind being one day. He is a inspiration for me, I would say, and I hope that answered your. This one is a little bit, I would say, personal, but it says, what do you hate about yourself? That one's a little bit tricky, because everyone hates something about themselves. Everybody does. It's just how it is. For me, I think the hardest thing is letting some stuff go in the past that just takes time. Whether it's just emotion, memories, etc. A lot of that is a learning curve. And I think it's safe to say the thing I hate about myself the most is making choices that leave a permanent mark on your life, if that makes sense. I would say those are the things that I would hate about myself, because they're just, stuff like that happens. But at the same time, the things we hate about ourselves are not necessarily bad things either. Like, for instance, yes, I hate all the stuff that, emotionally I had to go through growing up, or in any relationships or anything like that. Yes, it wasn't fun. It wasn't good. There are points I hated about myself in, certain situations, but honestly, it's a good thing, because it brings you to the person and the character you are to this day. So really, it's like, those moments I hate the most about myself are the ones that stand out to me and are the reason I am the way I am today. So, I mean, it makes you appreciate yourself and others a lot more when you have that concept, if that makes sense. So I hope I answered your question the best I could. So definitely, really, really cool there. And I think that covers a good majority of some of the podcast questions. And like I said, my Discord's completely linked down below. That's where I'll go through and read some of your guys' questions if you have any questions, and just really cool stuff like that. I think that covers most of the questions that were at least given to me. Now, going on with a few announcements going into the server, we do have a few. One of the announcements right now is that we do have some things coming to the Discord that I'm not able to quite give out yet, but soon. Just know it's coming in November. That's your hint for right now. Some of you know, some of you don't. If for those who attended the last movie night we had, you already know. But another thing is, I do want to address the movie nights. So right now we plan on having movie nights once a month because it just seems like it works best for everyone. Then on top of that, like, everyone's just so busy. And I think that's what works best. And that way we don't have them too often, but we don't have them too little. So once a month, typically going to be at the end of the month, I'm thinking. Whether it's on the 20th or, you know, the 20th of every month, that's what I'm thinking. So for those who do want to be a part of the movie night, that's what we're looking at. And then we are planning on doing some events in the server for Christmas. Just give me some time because I'm going to go into a little bit more detail about that probably for the next podcast in October. So yeah, we also have the podcast suggestions. So if you have any questions you want answered or, you know, discussions you want to hear, feel free to drop them in there, man. Like, just plain and simple. So yeah, there's that. Another thing is cheese currency in the server. I know a lot of people have been working their tail off, and I know it's gonna hurt a few people when I say this, but the cheese currency is going to reset. If I can get it to reset at the beginning of the year, going into 2022, and that way we can have a clean slate. And for those who want to make it to the top, can work, and that way it will be a clean slate and everyone can have a chance to, you know, compete. And I think I'm planning on having the cheese currency reset every 3 months to 6 months. Probably every 6 months, or no, probably every 3, but we'll see. But yes, that is going to be a thing, sadly, but you know, it needs to happen because our current person has over 100,000 in cheese currency. I mean, man's worked daily to get to that point. So I mean, dedication. He definitely earned that one. Giveaways. If we plan on doing any giveaways, yes. Next giveaways we plan on doing is probably going to be at the 1,000 follower mark on Twitch. I don't know if I have any goals set for YouTube goals. I would not mind setting a few of those. Maybe we might do a giveaway on YouTube soon. Whether it's if we hit 100 subscribers on YouTube or, you know, 500. It really just depends. But I would not mind doing a few giveaways just on YouTube for those who do watch some of the stuff on YouTube, because that'd be awesome. Because you guys who watch me on YouTube are legends. Yes, the people who are listening to me right now, you guys are awesome. So yeah, we do plan on maybe doing some giveaways really, really soon. On behalf of the 24-hour raids, I know at the beginning of the year I mentioned a lot about wanting to do 24-hour raids every 100 subscribers. Sadly, it just ain't that easy. We were supposed to do one at the 500 mark, but we're way past it now, so we're more than likely just going to do what Alex is doing and doing the 24-hour stream at the 1,000 mark on Twitch, which is going to be here sooner than we expect. I assume it's going to be at the end of the year towards Christmas. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I think that's going to be awesome. And I think that covers. Oh, there are a few more. There is another announcement I would like to make. I am currently working on finding a good Minecraft server because I know a lot of people have been loving the Minecraft series and want to be a part of it. well, search no further, because I am working on getting us a Minecraft server that everybody could be a part of. Just build and just be creative and see what comes up, you know? And obviously we'll have staff around that moderating it, making sure, you know, hey, nothing's getting completely destroyed. So oh, I can't be yawning during this podcast. I won't allow it. But yeah, so that's really, really exciting. Let me see if I have any more discussions I need to go over. I think I've gone over quite a few of these already, so I think that covers a good majority of some of your guys' questions. And yeah, I mean, really, that'd be it. And don't mind me, I just do be vibing, and it's some vibing times. So I think I went over really everything I wanted to go over. Now where do I plan? Here's a good thing that I haven't really shed much light on. Where do I plan on going with the FiveM series on YouTube? Right now, I'm trying to upload. I've been slacking, I'll admit, of season 1 for the Kendrick series as well as the Jessica series on YouTube. I've been behind on that, but they are coming. They are coming. Because right now I've just been posting the raw footage, but I would not mind like actually taking time to edit it. I'm just looking at a bunch of different editing software, and I think I finally found a software I'm comfortable with. So that will be a thing eventually. Now on behalf of the new series that may or may not be coming up, I'm planning on starting 2 series. There's going to be the second series where Kendrick's series and Jessica's series continues on. Possibly, maybe, who knows? Or did I kill off Kendrick? We don't know yet. So season 2 for FiveM is going to be unbelievably cool. Now, on behalf of a new series, I want to start a new series focused around Liberty County. I feel like that would be really, really cool to see, and really cool to do, because obviously at the beginning of this podcast I announced, hey, this is happening this Saturday, so I'm going to experiment with it and possibly turn it into a season, depending on how it goes and how it works, because obviously we're looking for serious roleplay within Roblox, which I think is absolutely amazing. And the developers behind the game are just adding more and more things to it on a daily. So I feel like there's a lot of realism getting there, and just incredible all around. So definitely looking forward to when that becomes a thing. So I think I went over all the announcements I have to. And just other announcements will be, you know, in the future as well. But while we have everything here, well, you know, while we have everyone here, I think it's a good time and safe to go over the stats bot within the Discord. So for those who have not been paying close attention to the Discord server, we do have a stats bot in the server that I'm able to completely look over all the stats on everything. So we're gonna go ahead and go over the stats because I think that would be awesome, and all the stats are always public. So if you guys want to always see the stats, just look up statbot.net and it should pull up the server you are in, which is mine. So all that information is public. So during September, we've had quite a bit of a few messages going, whether it's, you know, peak of 381 messages down to, you know, 31 messages. You guys have been keeping it very, very active and lively, so that's awesome to see for messages in the Discord in total. Members, have been going up this month lately because at the beginning of the month we were at 131. Now we're currently at 136, so we're slowly going up, which is awesome. Top messages in the Discord actually surprised me. We're looking at the Cheesebuck Center currently with 460 messages. Like, that is wow. I was not expecting that. And general chat with 150 of this month, I believe. So that is nuts. That cheese currency is doing so well. So we're looking at our top 3 people who have the most messages right now. Vorpal has 556 messages in total. Steed is sitting in second place with 357, and then myself with a solid 250. So that is pretty freaking cool. All right, so now we're gonna get into messages in total, into the message board here. My lovely message board, I love it. So yeah, right now we have Vorpal with first place, Steed second, obviously myself with 250. Dereal _ King Noob casually sitting in with 157 messages in the server in fourth place. And then obviously in fifth, we have II Southern _ Justice with 94. So solid so far for the month. And in general, so really, really cool there on the stats. All right, obviously number rank in the rank system, which is, in my opinion, awesome. Like awesome to see. The Cheesebuck Center with 460 messages, general with 150, and no mic chat with 44. So a lot of people do be working for that cheese currency. So it do be nice to see, not going to lie. Now my favorite one we're gonna go over is voices. Obviously I am going to definitely win on this one, considering I have 3,821 minutes in first place. So I mean it do be making sense. Vorpal catching up with me though, currently at 3,225. Steed not too far behind with 2,418. Alex is actually not too far behind. Alex Kirito currently at 1,631. And obviously fifth place is going to be Tigo with 663. So not bad. We're gonna go ahead and go to channels in general. Right now, for some reason, Vorpal's office is sitting at 4,333 minutes. Impressive. Vorpal's office do be a vibe. Fair enough. Recording, obviously it's going to be 4,106. So, or 160, excuse me. So really, really cool there. Obviously my own little office, which is 2,900 hours or minutes, excuse me. And then movie night coming in with an impressive 1,437 minutes. That one is nice to see. I do like to see that. So it does make sense, but you know, it is nice to see. Activity in the Discord is looking pretty good as well. With who's all online, offline, etc. You name it. Like the numbers look pretty good. Considering people in Do Not Disturb, Idle, and Online are 54. And currently today, which is the 22nd, we've had 51 people active today. So that is really, really cool for the stats. And I think that covers the stats for the Discord. So another cool thing that obviously we could go over all day, but it is nice to see that stats are going up. So that is neat. That is neat. I agree. Trying to think if there was anything else I had to go over. Collabs. That is another thing I would like to address. We are planning on doing a few cool things in the future with collabing with other VTubers. Right now we have another VTuber who is interested in joining us in the podcast, and we do plan on streaming some more pretty awesome content. So just keep an eye on the announcements and we'll keep you posted there. So really, really cool stuff. I'm trying to think if there were any more things I had to address. I don't think so. So that's good that, at least I don't have to address any other stuff. But yeah. So events coming up this week. Obviously, it's going to be this Saturday, the 25th, exactly at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time until 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you want to be a part of the role-playing experience, feel free to join us. I'll make an announcement that day as well. And we already have the channels in the Discord made, so just make sure you join your proper channels. And we'll go over a few brief rules before we start that. But definitely looking forward to it. And it's going to be exciting. I really think it's going to be exciting. So that should cover that. So unless I have any more questions, nope, I have no more questions on my little sheet here. So ladies and gentlemen of the Cheese family, aka the Cheese Army, you guys are awesome. You guys have been awesome, and thank you so much for listening to the podcast. Now, on behalf of the Deep podcast, because I know a lot of you love when I go deep into a podcast, I enjoy them too. It's just trying to find a deep topic and have it mean something and have a message behind it isn't always the easiest. So stuff like that does take time, but I am working on a few different things to possibly import into some of those deeper podcasts where you feel like you've learned something really just hit home with you. And it kind of just flows, honestly. We can have a discussion about this all day, talking about podcast this, podcast that, but really it just kind of flows, just kind of like it does now. And sorry, I'm more than likely gonna go off a rant here, so if you want to hear a deep podcast, hang out. If not, then glad we could catch up on some of the questions you guys have wanted to know, and some of the announcements. But honestly, deep podcast time, I guess. Which I was not expecting this to happen, but hey, that's life for you. What if I could, and this is a question I think of and I ask myself, if I could say a message to the world, what would it be? And lately, it feels like this week has been focused a lot on regret. I've been talking to a lot of people. A lot of people have been coming to me in my Discord. And it seems like a lot of people have been walking around with regret, as well as just been it's been a bad month for some, but a good for most. And my advice to the people who watch the podcast that deal with regret, I know this is gonna sound cheesy, but that's why they call me Colby Cheese. Don't always regret what you regret. Because some of it's like I said earlier in the podcast, the decisions you make in your life are what make you to the person you are today. Were they good? Not always. Some decisions that we make aren't always good, but they make us to the people we are today. So I definitely think that is something very important to think about, and something definitely important to consider, that I really do. Let me turn down my music a little bit. I wasn't expecting it to go burr, but it be like that sometimes. But yeah, I mean, honestly, if someone has like, you know, any regret, like, it, you are the reason, you are the person because of what happened in the past. You are who you are, and you are who you are for a reason. I really think that. And something that really hits it to home is everyone thinks what I went through, all these bad things, aren't ever going to be useful in life, and they just are going to scar me. Well, here's the thing, right? If you, let's say, you talk to someone who may be going through a rough time in the situation that you were in earlier, you can use what you went through as an example, saying, okay, if this person's in that same issue, like one of your close friends are going through something that you went through that you regretted on your life, you can easily look at your friend and be like, look, I've already went through this. This is what I needed to do to get out of it, and this is what I did at the time that I wish I didn't, and I regret it since. But at the same time, you can use that to help others and say, hey, that what you're about to do, it didn't help me, so let's do something different. Or I did this and I regret it since, so what can I do to help you not to make that decision? It's stuff like that as well. And I'm sorry, I didn't mean for this to get into a depressing or deep conversation. It just happens because a lot of you also really like the deep podcast style as well. So yeah, I mean, that do happen. Which I'm gonna change up the music vibe here a little bit.
Fuck off.
I forgot I had a keybind of that. It'd be like that sometimes. Man. But hey, it is what it is. But yeah. Well, that kind of just happened. We're just gonna have this kind of chill. But yeah, another thing going into Deep-Sided podcast is looking towards the future. A lot of people don't think, oh, good things are gonna happen. Do you really think I would have gotten to where I have been now and talking to you, the viewer? Like, it's crazy to think that I even got to where I am now. So don't let an opportunity that presents itself just pass you by, because we're given so many opportunities on a daily, but a lot of us just don't take them. And this is maybe the sign saying, hey, it might be time to take that good opportunity you're given. I never looked at streaming as something I could genuinely do. And then the opportunity just fell right in front of me, and it's like, I would be dumb not to take this. I would be absolutely dumb. And taking the opportunity I was given, I've learned so much. I've learned so much about the world. I've learned so much about the community. I've learned so much about different places in the world from streaming. I've met so many great people on the way, and I'm thankful for meeting each and every one of you. And it's crazy to think how I got here. Now, you guys, if you have that same mentality, you can meet so many great people, accomplish so many great things, The question just is, when are you going to take the opportunity when it presents itself to you? And are you going to take that opportunity? The opportunity looked me right in the face and I knew I had to take it. The question is, will you be able to take yours when it does present itself? You know, maybe it will be your time to take it. Maybe it won't. I mean, it just depends. But if an opportunity presents itself and you miss it, don't think on, God, I should have taken it at the time. You know, maybe you should have, or maybe you shouldn't have. Maybe it just a false opportunity. Maybe it wasn't what you were called to do. Or maybe it will present itself again. It's very, very possible. But yeah, that's really all I have to say. Honestly, I could keep on this ramble as much as I want to, but I'm not going to. I'll save this for another podcast if you guys really want to. But yes, if an opportunity seems worth taking, take it. So, yeah. Obviously, my Discord will be linked down below if anyone wants to talk or just hang out. That's how we be. Wait, who? This is Colby Cheese Gamer here with the Cheese Family, aka the Cheese Army. And you guys have a great rest of your day. Peace.